Welcome everybody to the greatest show in the whole entire universe. I'm your host, Joe Dizzy.
Dizzy's in the house!
And this is Dizzy Movie Reviews.
Alright.
And with me, I got the one, the great, the only, the one to bring my arousing great voice, Christian.
Hey,
how you doing?
What's up? Good. I'm doing well. How about you, Joe?
I'm doing well, man. And we also got a special guest today. We got Miguel.
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going?
Good, man. Nice to meet you, Miguel.
Thanks.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I've been a long-time fan ever since your first episode.
Oh, right on!
Thank you.
Excellent.
We're making it.
It's
We're making
very
it.
exciting,
Yeah.
man. Thank you.
You know, I got 4 topics today. And
What are those topics, Joe?
not just the topics, man. We got a movie review. Only one of us was able to go out there to watch these movies. And it's a movie called by Ad Astra that Christian went to go see.
Yes.
We'll get to that review later.
Okay.
You
All
know,
right. Definitely.
Our first topic, Christian and Miguel.
What you got? What you got? Tell us.
A reporter asked James Cameron if he will be able to knock out Endgame as #1 top movie grossing of all time with his new Avatar 2. Now remember, Endgame is a movie based off like 22, 24 movies. What is it, 22?
Like 22, yeah.
Jeez.
But Avatar, way before Endgame, Avatar only did it in 1, not 24. Do you guys think Avatar 2 will be able to beat out Endgame?
Ooh, I have to say it's going to be close, I think. I think the fact that Marvel, since they built an entire franchise from like nothing, I think, I don't think they'll get close. They'll definitely get close, but I don't think they'll top them off.
What about you, Christian? You think he'll be able to take out Endgame? Now, Endgame didn't win by a lot. It was by a smudge if you look at the numbers. It didn't win by a
I think
lot.
he'll be able to sustain. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know at this moment. But it's a possibility because he's a very smart man, good movies, and I'm sure he's going to do well. It's just competition is getting tougher and tougher, man.
Well, whatever happens, Disney benefits. They own both.
Yeah, that's pretty much
they
true.
both
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
gonna
you definitely
benefit.
got a good
Yeah.
point.
But he also made Titanic, and that was #1 for a while before Avatar came out.
Yeah.
And so he beat his own record.
He has reputation.
And that was only by 1 movie, not 22 movies.
All right, so I'm going to go... When does this movie come out?
Well, he has a set of 4 movies coming out. All Avatar.
Well, let's just-
Avatar 2 comes out in 2021. Avatar 3, 2023. And then a producer said that half of Avatar 4 have already been shot, but they're not going to finish 4 or 5 until they see the box office for 2 and 3.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And then
I'm going to go on a limb here, but and then we'll revisit this podcast in 2021, I guess. But
we'll get back to it.
I say he's going to break his own record.
But do you think he's going to knock out Endgame?
Sure.
You think? What about you, Miguel?
Yeah, I don't think so. Unless they show the movie twice like Endgame did, then maybe.
Oh, you're right.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing.
Because they have to deduct those.
You know for a fact Disney's gonna come back and make a commercial. Oh, come watch #1 movie of all time, Avatar, the very first one, for all the new generation to come back and watch it. Because there's a lot of people, all the new generation that hasn't seen Avatar.
Yeah, it's true.
When Avatar came out, I didn't even see it. I saw it on TV. That's how I saw it. But I think it came out 2006, maybe some year around there.
Yeah.
You were what, like 4 years old or something?
Man, I think I was in middle school, man, when that movie came out or something. But so you say maybe close?
I have high hopes for it. Like, it got delayed like twice already. So they're probably working on it real
I think the reason
well.
it got delayed because Disney bought Fox.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's the reason. What about you, Christian? Yes or no?
No, I said yeah.
You said yeah?
Yeah.
You sure?
He's going to break his record.
We're gonna come back at this in 2021.
2021.
All right, I'm gonna say yes too, because one of the producers even said you don't gotta see the first one to see the second one. They're all gonna be their own standalone.
I don't think so. I think it'll come close, but no.
You know, I have to tell you something. When I saw the movie Avatar, everybody was definitely talking about it.
Did you
right?
watch it in 3D?
I hate 3D.
I heard that
3D.
I heard that movie was made to watch it in 3D.
Yeah, but I cannot stand 3D.
Can't stand it.
I
Yeah,
can't.
like for like a 3-hour long movie, right? It was almost like 3 hour long.
something like that.
Everybody got out with a headache, probably.
Yeah, no, I mean, to me, 3D movies don't work. Honestly, they don't. They just give me a headache. It makes me nauseous, and I just want to get out of the movie theater. But what I was saying is like, I had to watch the movie again because the first one, I was like a little lost, confused what was going on, and then on the second one, I finally started picking up what the movie was about and so on, and then I started appreciating everything about the movie. So they're definitely gonna have like 2 tickets for me, I guess. The next one, but the movie basically grew on me.
All right, another quick question: what makes you think why that movie made so much money?
Well, it was innovative. At the time, the CGI, it was spot on.
That's true.
Right? It was also a really good story. It was something unique we hadn't seen before. A guy betrays his race because he falls in love with another.
What this movie reminded me of? It reminded me of the English taking over the Indians' land. That's what this movie reminded me of.
Okay.
What do you think? Why did this movie make so much money, Christian?
I have to agree with
it was just graphics so good, and writing
CGI,
and everything.
Everything.
You think Avatar 2 is gonna be great?
Oh yeah, by far.
By far?
Definitely. I mean,
You,
especially
Miguel?
how we're growing up with how technology is nowadays and the things that
It's far more advanced. Just like Gemini Man, they're making a young Will Smith.
Yeah.
And they say that movie is also better to see in 3D.
Nah. I don't know.
Again with the 3D.
I don't know.
All right, so I think he'll be able to be Endgame out of it. He made Titanic, Avatar,
Terminator.
Not Terminator 2. There we go.
You gotta take into account though that Endgame was a build-up. It was like the final of the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe. It was the end, so that attracted a lot of attention as it is already. So I don't know, when it comes to Avatar 2, since it's gonna be disconnected from the first one, it might not attract as much people as Endgame. I don't know. The hype's definitely there. The hype's definitely there. Yeah.
Good point.
All right,
Definitely.
let's go to our topic number 2. Now,
What's topic number 2?
there's some good news for a lot of people, and that's Spider-Man's back to the MCU. Disney and Disney and Sony made a deal.
All right. What
right.
kind of a deal did they make?
Well, the deal is not too out there, but from what I read and I've been hearing is that it's 25% for Disney and the rest go to Sony. Back then the deal was 5% Disney, which would be they get every dollar from every ticket sold, right? Along with them being able to get all money from any toys, accessories sold from Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
But now I guess it's something 25 was 75.
It beats
So-
the 50-50 for sure.
That's definitely beats it.
Yeah, because Disney wanted 50-50. But think about it, if it wasn't for Disney, Spider-Man wouldn't be as big as he was.
Why is that?
Well,
Because he's in the Marvel movies? Or?
he's big for the kids, right?
Right.
But what threw Spider-Man way out there was being the MCU.
Well,
Because you see the Amazing Spider-Man, the first one was okay. Amazing Spider-Man 2,
yeah, that was a flop.
it was a flop because they tried to do too much in it.
Yeah.
Is
And
that the
then-
one where he turned like a emo kid?
No,
there
that's
was-
Spider-Man 3.
Yeah,
which
that was
which
pretty whack.
which
with
also
Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
It was that one.
Wait, no, it's Maguire something was the actor's name.
No, that's for the first one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Toby.
But that Spider-Man 3 sucked. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 sucked. And then all of a sudden you go, Disney steps in. They make a deal with Sony. Their first movie made good money. The second movie made $1 billion.
Yeah, but you gotta give it credit to Sony. Like with the first Spider-Man trilogy, they're the ones who started the whole like comic book movies. They got it going for Marvel. They're the ones who attracted the attention, who set the foundation, in my opinion.
I'll say it was technically X-Men.
X-Men?
that started. But X-Men is viewed as what the Avengers did.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Bring a group of superheroes together.
Yeah.
That's what Kevin Feige, who's the head of the Marvel Studios, he says that, you know, if it wasn't for X-Men, we wouldn't be able to do this. You know, if it wasn't for the first Batman movies, we wouldn't be able to do this. You know, which I think is real cool. He gives credit back to all these other movie studios. But, you know, the one thing that concerns me is that why couldn't they make this deal
From the beginning?
From the beginning instead of saying, like...
That's just greed. Company greed.
Greed, I mean, you know, it's a corporate greed. And, you know, obviously they were merging. They were in the... And now they heard it. It's like, you know, basically what happened at this moment is that the fans spoke up. And they basically said, fuck you, Disney. Like, you know, make it happen.
Well, here's the thing with that. A lot of people weren't mad with Disney. A lot of people were mad at Sony for not letting them keep Spider-Man. People wanted Sony to sell them Spider-Man back. But here's the thing. Spider-Man is pretty much the mascot for Sony. He's pretty much the Mickey Mouse for Sony.
Exactly.
Just like Mickey Mouse is for Disney.
They're not going to give it up. It's like... No, and I don't think that's fair, you know, because they've been working their butts off, you know, from the beginning, you know, with Spider-Man, Sony has. And for, you know, making to say, hey, everybody, give me Spider-Man back. You know, no, that's not cool.
But the one thing I did hear that this new contract has one movie and one MCU movie. So there's a little bit of fear that after that one movie, the third film for Spider-Man, which they said in 2021 is going to come out along with Avatar, so who's going to win the box office, right? But but and then he has one MCU movie, which means with the new Avengers cast. So what happens after that? After that, he's just kicked out again?
Yeah, they could kill him off or something. Again, this time for real.
Like different universes and stuff, right?
Yeah, I think maybe they could just introduce a new like actor or something. Like Sony can start their own, like if once he gets separated from Disney, he can start their own franchise again.
They could, but I don't think Sony would want to get rid of Tom Holland because he's been the best Spider-Man there has been.
Best received by the people.
Best received and then he's also young and pretty much what Spider-Man has been seen as in the comic books, a young kid, you know, having fun, being a superhero and stuff, and at times not wanting to be it.
Yeah, he fits the part well.
Yeah, and then they left it seem kind of like, you know, kind of like what Iron Man was. Like, that's the leading.
Yeah, that's the one
movie.
thing I hated what the MCU was doing with Spider-Man, making him seem like Iron Man Jr. You know, they were making him seem like he was going to be the next Iron Man after Tony Stark dies. That's the one thing I hated. Like, why can't you just let Spider-Man be Spider-Man? You know, do a movie where he's trying to save his neighborhood, but not have to fight a villain from Tony Stark's past. Because both movies were from Tony Stark's past. You know, Far From Home and then Homecoming. And
then you guys still need to take Venom into account. Like, is Sony bringing together the villains like the Vulture with Venom?
From what I heard from Sony, they are doing their own universe. They're already working on Venom 2. They're working on Kraven the Hunter, and I forgot his name. The vampire guy, Morbius. There we go. They're working on Morbius, but if you look what they did with Venom, he's kind of like an anti-hero. So pretty much they're trying to start their own thing without Spider-Man, but they can't have Spider-Man in the Venom universe because that's part of the deal what they're doing with the MCU, which I would have preferred seeing a Venom and Tom Holland. What's the actor that plays Venom? Tom
Hardy.
Tom Hardy. Imagine Tom Hardy and Tom. What's the young kid? Tom
Holland.
Tom Holland together. I think that would be a good movie.
Yeah, it would.
That would be.
I think there's a possibility for it since at the last minute they changed Venom from a R rating to a PG-13. I think.
Yeah, they went PG-13.
Yeah, so I think they were just keeping the doors open just in case that possibility does come through.
True. Well, all right, let's go to our next topic now. I hate this topic for a reason that, I don't want to get into too politics, but there's been a lot of talk about the movie Joker, and one of them was one of the things is they're saying that this movie is gonna cause people to go out and do mass shootings or go and kill people because of you know, how the Joker is being portrayed and all that. And you know, before we start saying all this, you know, some of them are the victims of the Aurora shooting. Do you remember the Dark Knight?
Yeah.
The one where the Joker came out? They had a mass shooting in the movie theater. You guys remember?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember.
In Colorado, right?
Yeah, Colorado.
Yeah.
So half of the people complaining is them, and you know, hearts go out to them, their families, and all that. It's a hard topic, and you know, I think I understand why they're going after the Joker, because I feel like they think, okay, when the mass shooting happened with us, it was Batman and the Joker. So now you're having a standalone film with only the Joker. It might happen again, you know. So I kind of understand what they're doing, but I have a feeling they're putting the blame on other things rather than facing what's the real problem, right? Like you see it all the time, Chris. I was talking to you about this earlier. Back in the days when rock and roll was coming up and all this, there were people complaining that, hey, rock and roll is gonna cause you kill people, suicide, and all that. Am I right?
So rebellious, to cause something rebellious. Like, you know, when I was growing up, obviously, like one of the biggest things that that took place in the 80s was a family suing the band Judas Priest because of a particular song that their son committed suicide to.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, obviously, like, you know, my heart goes out to him, but like sometimes we don't, you know, personally, I think that we are good and we are evil at the same time. And sometimes we don't know what could trigger to cause us to do something. A movie will not do that.
Yeah.
It's a movie is just, it escapes you. It makes you, oh, okay, cool. It's like, you know, I'm watching something entertaining. It makes things go away. At least, you know, from what I experienced. But like, you know, whatever goes on in your head, that's something that we don't even know. Mm-hmm. It's like, you know, what Joe said, and I said, look, there's violence has been happening since the beginning of time.
Human.
And, you know, you have, like, I am not very religious. I am not very political. But I have to say that, like, you know, Adam and Eve, when they had a kid, you know, one of their kids was, like, you know, jealous of the other one, and he killed them. You know, so this, you know, violence has been going on for a very long time, since the beginning.
Yeah.
And we don't know, but I cannot blame a movie. I understand where the parents come from because I'm a parent myself. And sure, you know, but let's just hope that nobody does anything crazy and, you know, oh, I was influenced by the movie. Like, you know, this movie made me feel this way. Like, I can go out. No. I don't know. That's all I have to say about it. But what is your take?
Before you give your opinion, Miguel,
okay,
because me and you have something very in common. But, you know, this movie, they instead of trying to protest this movie, they could use this movie for better. They could say this movie is actually talking what's going on in our world right now, mental illness. You know, because even from the trailers, you see it. You see mental illness. You see him, you know, breaking down when he's talking with the counselor. Like,
you don't listen.
Like, yeah, you don't listen. When hey, we're not gonna see you no more. You haven't been listening. You don't listen to me. He's pretty much telling them.
That brings up the theories.
He's pretty much telling them there's something wrong with them, but nobody's listening. Which is pretty much the, you know, like I said, I hate bringing all this up, but like the school shootings and all that. When they interview the kids and say, "Did you know this guy?" and they're like, "Oh yes, we did him. He was kind of like a loner," or "Oh, he got bullied a lot," you know, and pretty much just treated him, which part he was already in his mind, you know, is already breaking, you know.
I feel like people tend to shift the blame towards, like, it's easier for a parent to shift the blame to a movie or a video game that's violent rather than to reflect on their own parenting.
The thing I don't want to say the parent, the thing I want to say is like the people in the big chairs, you know, the people running the big stuff, you know. Well, we're not getting too political. You guys understand what I mean. But all right, Miguel, you know, me and you, we play a lot of video games, right? Okay. My favorite video games are shooter games. You know, I'm gonna get the new Call of Duty, and right now I'm playing Apex. I played Fortnite. I play all these games. You know, they deal with guns, killing other people.
Yeah.
And you know, we were talking earlier about Modern Warfare 2, that scene where you had to kill the civilians, you know, how did you feel killing those civilians? What in your mind? What did you think?
Well, I was indifferent towards it because like at the very like conscious level, I know that they don't exist. They're just like pixelated things under the TV, you know. And I don't get too like into the video game. I know it's a game. I know I'm sitting down in my room playing it, and I don't bring emotion into it. But however, like I believe video games, like obviously in movies, violent movies, I don't think they cause people to be violent. I think violent people are violent regardless of it. They just get inspired for like their theme or whatever.
Let's say you finish playing off like a violent video game, like a shooter, Red Dead Redemption, and all this.
Yeah, like I don't feel like shooting up people after that.
That's the same thing I feel, Christian. I feel the same way that I don't want to. I pick, you know, I play Call of Duty and all this. I'm killing people, but when I get out of the game, I don't feel like I want to go out and kill someone. You know, I don't feel that way. So I think it just triggers, you know, like mental illness and all this, and it's easier for people and the you know, the people upstairs, like sitting in the high chair doing nothing, to point the finger and say, oh, that's the bad guy. That's the reason why all this is happening. Because, you know, there was a shooting, I believe it was the Walmart one in Texas or something, where, you know, they came out and they were blaming video games. Oh, video games is a corporate. You know, like I told you earlier, Christian, back then they used to blame, you know, rock music and all that heavy metal. But since rock music is already old and it's still playing and video games are still kind of new, they're kind of blaming video games.
Well, I mean, it's a big industry nowadays, you know.
You know, you're part around no, I'm not trying to say you're old, but you're part still around that era, you know, because I was young when rap music started coming out.
Right.
But they were even blaming rap music. Am I wrong?
Oh, always. Yeah, absolutely, always. I mean, there's always something to blame. Like, you know, even, again, I am not a political person, not a religious person, but it's just like what they're also doing, you know, what they're saying, like, we need to take guns away. We need to take guns away. If you take the guns, I guarantee you that there's going to be even a lot more violence. And now you're putting this into the black market.
You know, they try to, like I said, they were trying to blame video games, but if you look at the record of, you know, I think it's Japan. Japan plays way more video games than the United States. Their whole city's built around video games, about VR and all that. And there hasn't been a mass shooting over there in years, you know, and all it was just, you know, a law with gun control, which a lot of people here in the, you know, in the States are, some of them are against, some of them are for it. I think that's the issue, and the thing is, like I said, they just want an easy way out and point, oh, it's because of that. It's not because of this. Don't worry about this. Leave this behind the door. It's this.
What I do think that's funny and it's interesting, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong about this, you know, why are they picking on the Joker? Because we have other movies, like if you take a look at, what is it?
John Wick.
That motherfucker's just like killing people left and right.
You stole my idea. I was going to bring that up.
You know, no matter what. Look at, what about Rambo, the new Rambo? Right?
I heard it's bloody glory.
It's bloody. I didn't get a chance to see it, but it's like, you know, we had all these
movies. Just a suggestion, you should have saw that one instead of Ad Astra.
I know. But, yeah. But anyways, it's, you know, nobody's talking about
I see where you're coming from.
I think the big reason is, like I said, part of the protesters are from the Aurora victims from the movie theater. And I guess they, you know, it's like, you know, my mom had cancer, right? Years ago when I was a little kid in elementary. So now when I hear somebody else cancer, like I feel for them. It's like it triggers something in my brain, like, man, that's sad. It sucks. You know, that person has cancer. I wish everything, you know, hope them well. So like, you know, how you had like a big event happen in your life that when you hear somebody else going through, you're like, I went through the same thing.
It tenders your heart, gives you more sympathy.
Yeah, like I feel like, for example, let's say you lose a brother in a car crash. He dies, right? So next time you see a car crash, you're like, you start remembering your brother. It triggers something in your brain where you start remembering that brother, sister, friend, whatever. And I think that's the trigger. So I think since the Aurora victims, they see Joker, they pretty much it triggers them to when they went to the movies to see, you know, I think it was a Batman Rises where the Joker comes out.
Yeah. No, I believe it was a Bane one.
Dark Knight
Rises, yeah.
Dark Knight.
Dark Knight Rises, right? And I feel like it made a trigger to them, saying, oh, you know what? It's because of this. If this movie comes out, it's going to happen again. Which I think it's wrong, because I feel like this movie, it's a right movie to take out, today because it's talking about what's going on today, except in a different era.
But don't you guys also think that it's too early to judge? Then nobody has really seen the movie, and they're already talking about this whole big thing.
A couple people have seen it, but yeah, I think you're right. It's too early to be judging a movie.
You know,
plus it won an award. It's doing great. A lot of people looking forward. You know,
dude, I've been looking forward.
I bought my tickets already. You saw me when I bought my tickets.
Yeah.
You know, what do you think, Miguel? You think? Okay, you know, let me ask a different question. You think this is gonna affect how the Joker would do in the box office with money wise? Or
it's rated R, right?
You think it's gonna make, let's say for example, you think it's gonna make a lot of money, or you think because these people are protesting and people are gonna say, oh, I don't want to go see that because it's too violent. I need to go see something else.
No, I don't think it's gonna like do bad. I think it's gonna do really well, because like it's a Joker. Joker's like, if not like the most famous villain from the whole DC universe.
That's true.
I would argue even that like in the entire comic book, right? And just because it's like violent or whatever, people are shifting blame to the Joker rather than like how you said to John Wick and other violent movies, is because he's a bad guy, right? The other guys are like heroes or whatever, like in their own way. And the Joker is like a terrorist, a maniac with mental issues and stuff like that. So since nowadays we're living in a time where there's a lot of mental issues coming up and stuff like that, so it kind of makes it seem like kids especially, like they get an impression of that and they start like romanticizing mental illness and stuff like that. So I see where the parents are coming from, but at the same time it's like instead of shifting or taking the blame and parenting the problems to society, the educational system, they're putting it in movies. It's simpler that way.
Yeah. Well, what about you, Christian? You think like people protesting and saying, you know, don't go see this movie is gonna cause this and that? You think that's gonna cause some, you know, money cuts from the box office?
Not at all. I think more than anything, it's helping the movie.
Yeah, publicity.
Publicity. It's giving it publicity, because no matter what, good publicity or bad publicity,
any publicity is good.
It's good. It's already on people's tongue where they're like talking about the Joker.
Now, I'm gonna agree with both of you guys. The only reason is it happened to Captain Marvel, if you guys remember.
Oh, with the whole backlash for the
it
actor.
happened to Captain Marvel, and it made $1 billion.
Exactly.
People didn't want to go see it because of a comment she said.
Mm-hmm.
And look where it's at now. I'm hoping this movie makes a lot of money just for those people to stop talking. All right.
I think it will.
So the next one's not a topic though, but you know, I'm excited to go see the Joker. Christian, I know you're excited. You were really excited when I first showed you the first trailer. You sat down. I think you saw it like 3 times, and then you saw it.
I still watch it from time to time.
And then you went to lunch.
Kind of like my drug.
You went to lunch and you sent me a message. Man, this Joker, man, I was rewatching it again. The picture is the best winning contender. All right, but one of the things, you know, I started wondering, okay, before I go to see the movie, I want to know, like, I just want to make my own little theories, like, what do you think is going to happen in the movie and how is it going to play out, right? And one of the things that I told you, Miguel, that I have a feeling that we all know Bruce Wayne's parents get killed in the alleyway, right?
Yeah.
I have a feeling that it's the Joker that kills him in the end.
Okay.
I have that feeling. The reason why I have that feeling, here's the reason. I have a feeling that he's going after the Waynes, because if you see the trailers, he's like, down with the Waynes in the train station. I have a feeling he's going after them. And my theory is because of his mom. His mom's passing.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I saw that theory. So, basically, that...
the
whole medicine, right?
Theory. It's just something.
No. Yeah, I heard about that theory where basically the Joker is shifting blame towards the Waynes because they're like the 1%. They're the elite, right, in Gotham. And the medication, because obviously his mom, you can see in the trailer that she's suffering from some sort of illness, and you can tell that he's basically a bum, right? It's not working out for him or whatever. So I think the whole protest, it's like an anti-capitalist kind of thing going on, where people get resentment towards the Waynes because they're the ones controlling the prices of the medicine and stuff like that. So yeah, that's interesting. I saw that theory.
Yeah, well, I wasn't thinking about controlling the medicine, but yeah, I could see that too. I was thinking mostly like they needed to do something, but they couldn't because he part was making some product that part didn't work, and you know the dad of Bruce Wayne said, you know what, this product ain't gonna work, we gotta take it off the market. And that's how she ended up passing away. And then ever since he's mentally unstable, so this effort killed my mom.
And then, did you guys see in the trailer? Did you guys catch the short little glimpse of where there's a little kid and he makes the kid smile with his,
Yes.
with
I
his hand?
have a feeling that's Bruce Wayne.
That's Bruce
that's
Wayne,
what a lot of
yeah.
people are saying. That's Bruce.
Yeah, because he's kind of behind the gate, and you see obviously the big mansion behind it.
Yeah.
Right. I have to say, like, honestly, I haven't even thought about what's gonna happen at the end. I'm just kind of like, I want October 4 to be here already,
Yeah.
just so we can go,
True.
so I can go see it. Well, I'm actually gonna go probably 2 days later, but
Well, I'm going on Saturday after opening day. I
Yeah.
hate people streaming. I want to enjoy this movie. I want to see what it's all about. I want to see all the fuzz
well,
and everything.
probably as the oldest guy here in the room, I'll probably want to go to the matinee where there's like no people.
All right.
You know?
Quick question for you,
What's
Christian. Do you think Joaquin Phoenix's performance is gonna be better than what was it? Heath Ledger?
Ledger?
Eesh.
Joaquin Phoenix is a good
That's
actor.
a very
I told you
good
there's a
question.
movie of him that I really like called The Town, where I think it's called The Town.
The one with the nuns? That's
Oh
the
no,
town.
that's The Town. No,
That's the one with Ben Affleck.
It's another one. It's another one. And it's Joaquin Phoenix, and it's what's that guy's name? The one that comes out in Transformers. The newest ones. Not Bumblebee.
Matt Damon? Oh, you mean the
The actor.
the actor?
I
Marky
forgot.
Mark,
Yeah,
what the hell?
I had his name.
Marky Mark, what's his name? I just remember.
And
Yeah,
like, he comes out in the couple last movies of Transformers, right? But in this movie,
Like as a robot or as like
no, he's the guy. He's the dude walking around.
The main actor, you mean?
Yeah, the main actor.
Oh, Mark
Mark
Wahlberg.
Wahlberg.
Okay,
There we
I
go.
got him confused with Matt Damon for some reason.
I had it in my mind.
Yeah.
So they both come out in this movie, right?
Uh-huh.
And I forgot the name. I've been thinking it was The Town, but you're right. The Town is about the nuns. But yeah, so they come out in this movie, right, together. One of them is a cop, which is Mark Wahlberg, and the other one, which is Joaquin Phoenix, he's part of like the drug war and all this, and drug dealing and all this. So for some reason, you know, Mark Wahlberg as a cop, he's telling, hey, I could help you out, whether you won't get arrested, but you have to help us out, snitch out your whole, you know, the whole gang, the whole crew. So they go through a couple series and all that, and they're one of my favorite scenes is that they set him up with the mic and everything. He has to go to like this factory, and they tell him, hey, remember the code word, light as a feather. You say that, we run in there, smash everything, get everybody down on the floor, and that's it, we're done.
Okay.
And we own the night.
That's the name of it?
Yeah, we own the night. And so pretty much he goes in there, right? And the guy's like, oh, try this sniff of coke. So he tries it, and he tells him how you think it is, and he's sweating already, but I don't think it was a coke. I think he's sweating because of what he's about to do. And he's like, I feel light as a feather. And the guy looks at him, what? I feel light as a feather. And then all of a sudden they already knew. He's setting them up, so he started chasing them, and the other guys never came in, so he jumped out the window and just smashing like his ribs with the fence and all that. It was a pretty crazy movie. That's one of my favorite movies of Joaquin Phoenix.
He's a
But
great actor, like
You think
without a
he'll
doubt.
be able to beat him out?
I gotta say, it's too early to tell, obviously, but like I'm a bit biased. Heath Ledger is like
without even watching the movie. Without even watching the movie first.
based on the trailer.
Based on the trailer.
I think they're gonna be too far apart to compare them in a fair way, because first of all, Batman's not gonna be involved, right? There's not gonna be like any scheming from the Joker, stuff like that.
If you think about it, this is just a standalone. So it's pretty much Joaquin Phoenix has to put the best performance in this
deliver
movie.
really well.
Has to deliver because he's gonna be the one carrying it on.
Yeah.
So you know, I want to say he is. Because, you know, Joaquin Phoenix is a very, really, really good actor. I have a feeling that he is going to be better than him. But then, like you said, I'm pretty sure people are going to separate it
Yeah.
into, oh, no.
It's because what I see from the trailers, the Joker from Joaquin Phoenix interpretation is more like a mental illness type of thing. And for me, I really like Heath Ledger's take on the Joker because it was like his philosophy was really interesting about like chaos, nihilism, and all that. So that really intrigued me. Like he was so unpredictable, and again, this Joker was obviously gonna be. It seems that it's gonna be really good, but it's too early to tell, in my opinion.
Do you think he falls in a bucket of acid?
No.
Okay, that brings me to a theory that I'll bring up later.
You don't think he's gonna fall into a bucket of acid?
No, I don't think so.
That's what the Joker is based on. You know, he was part of the the Red Hood gang, and then they went to a factory and got knocked out.
I think most of the actors that have played the Joker have done a really good job for what they did. You know, even considering to the first Joker, he was.
We're talking about the TV series one where
the
Romero.
With the mustache.
Like that was actually cool. You know, for its time, it was a great movie. The other guy, what's his name, that played the Joker?
Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
Fantastic. He was great.
I don't know about Jared.
That's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
I think it was, to me, that was okay.
Well,
it was a little bit different, and I didn't really. I love him as an actor. He's got great movies, but it just, to me, it didn't do it.
Yeah,
it didn't do it.
It wasn't his best work.
But hold on, I want to answer your question. You know, Heath Ledger and Joaquin Phoenix, both of them were actually really good friends.
They were?
Oh yeah, they were really good friends.
This is the first time I hear this.
Yeah, no,
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they were really good friends. You know, so
Heath Ledger used to play like in a band or something, right?
That's Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp?
Yeah, and they knew each other. They were really good friends. Okay, but I think Heath Ledger took the Joker to the next level.
Yeah,
and Joaquin is taking it to another level, but it's just like
so separated.
It's like, you know what?
Because he,
like, right now, I love everything that I've seen on the trailer so far.
Yeah,
everything about the Joker.
Did you see the interview he did? Not the part where he storms out, but when they're asking him how did he get prepared for this role, and he said he had to separate himself from everything just to put in his mind
like,
a method acting.
That's what it seems like everybody did.
And he lost so much weight just to play this role.
I know. That's what's crazy.
He even admitted he was like,
and like the thing was also like, you know, his laugh. That was his concern. It was like, I don't know how he does it, but it's pretty cool. But
he nailed it.
I still think that he had like the best laugh. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, it was
like
just it was like chilling. It was like darker. Yeah,
exactly.
So that's what I think. I feel like Joaquin Phoenix Joker is gonna be more twisted, whereas the Heath Ledger one was like darker.
Right. Yeah, because we know he was a killer from the beginning.
Yeah,
like, you know, where he was just like from the beginning when he gets into the van, he's like, he means business, man.
Criminal mastermind.
Exactly. It's like, I don't plan things, I just do things. You know. And right here, Joaquin is kind of like, you know, developing. He becomes this character where it's like. And I don't know, man. I guess I can kind of relate to him sometimes.
I've heard, you know, because I've been looking into this movie because I really want to see it. I heard there's a lot of murders in this movie.
Wow, we don't see that in the trailer.
That's the thing. They take them out, but I heard there's a lot of killings in this movie.
We that's something I haven't seen.
Do you think
we see the chaos?
Yeah, we see the chaos. Oh, like the IMAX poster, the one I showed you. That was real nice.
Yeah.
With the flames in the back and all this. But Miguel, do you think we're at least gonna probably see? We know it's an Elseworld story, but do you think we're gonna see the Red Hood gang part of it?
No, I don't think so. I think
if you look at the movie, it kind of starts off how the origin of the Joker started off. You know. So you think?
I think my theory on this interpretation of the Joker is that he's the ideology that inspires the Joker that fights the Batman. So if you look carefully, at the title, it's just titled Joker. It's not the Joker.
The Joker is Joker.
Yeah. So it makes me start like believing that he's not like I said, the one who fights the Batman. He's just a guy, you know, and eventually, if it does happen, like some theories indicate that he kills Bruce's parents, I feel like it would be a really good on the storytelling if the Joker, the one that grows up like and fights the Batman, takes that persona just to torment Batman even further.
Do you think at the end this Joker dies?
I think he will. I think there's a really good chance he does.
You, Christian, you think at the end he dies?
I'm actually shocked you would say that.
Me too. I was waiting for like, no, he
kind of left me with my mouth open. But I don't know. But you know what? Maybe, because we all know that Joaquin will not do a second film.
Yeah, he will die, I think.
I mean, they did they interviewed the director of the movie, and they told him there's gonna be a second one, and he said, well, if the box office shows Warner Brothers a good amount of money, there could be, and also if Joaquin is willing to do it, which we know he doesn't do
sequels.
Yeah, because he was up running for Doctor Strange, and he didn't want to do it because there was gonna be sequels to Doctor Strange, so that's the reason he left it. But from what the director said, I kind of feel like he doesn't die at the end.
I feel like he will. They're gonna take. Have you seen the show Gotham? You guys are familiar with it?
Yeah.
Right, the one on the CW.
It. Yeah, I actually, I think it was a cool show, but I stopped watching it maybe a little bit after the third season.
I stopped watching it once they started trying to make Bruce Wayne Batman already, because I felt like this should have just been James Gordon, just him, handling all the bad guys and all that.
Right.
That's how I felt it should have been. But then you start seeing like how little Bruce Wayne starts trying to become Batman.
Right.
That's the only part. I was like, I mean,
by the way, the Joker in there was pretty good.
Yeah,
too.
that's what I feel they're doing. I don't know. They've been saying that that's not the Joker, right? Even though, like him. It looks exactly like him. Like where he stitches up his face. It's like
when he rips it off.
His name's Jeremiah. Starts with a J and everything. I don't know if it's for like they don't have the rights for the Joker. That's why they're kind of like saying it's not the Joker. But I think that this new Joker movie coming out, they're gonna take the interpretation. They're gonna make the Joker basically a title or an infection type of thing, an ideology
that kind of like triggers somebody else. Like,
it's a belief system. That's why I believe Joaquin Phoenix Joker is gonna die and inspire the later Joker.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It does.
That is.
Anyone could be the Joker. It's essentially that.
And then also they said, I believe the director said that also that there could be anybody can make a Joker movie.
Yeah, he did say that because of the way he based it, the way he based the movie. Because if you think about it, coming down to everything, take away the name Joker, take away the city Gotham, take away the wings, and just do a regular movie. You have just a regular movie with the guy who has a mental illness, you know. But the thing is, would that sell more tickets in the movie that's called Joker, based in Gotham, based him trying to take down the Bruce Wayne, or with a regular one, just a regular guy walking through the street with a mental illness? So I think that's why he used the Joker.
Yeah, the Joker, reputation.
Yeah, the Joker has everybody already knows him. He's a psychopath. He's a person that nobody knows his actual true origin. I know now there's a couple comic books that try to show where he came from, but back then he had no origin.
I think that's what makes him so interesting. The fact that we know like little to nothing about him.
Just like
exactly,
it captivates more audience. Like a sense of like mystery. It attracts more people, I believe.
Yeah, because that's what the Dark Knight did.
Yeah,
with the Joker. Like what?
Only speculations and theories. Is he a soldier? Is he
even in the Dark Knight? He switched his story like twice. There in the one scene where he said he got the scars from his dad, and then in the other one, I forgot what was the other story he said, but he said two different stories. His wife, something like that.
I love that, man. It's just he was out there, man.
Yeah,
he was way out there.
I still have a feeling Joaquin's gonna win.
I don't know about that.
All right, so. You had another theory, Miguel. What was the other theory you had?
Well, this theory I saw from the channel, the film theorist, right? They basically shout out to them.
There was money.
So their theory was actually one that really caught my attention because I thought it was like out there. It was really well put together, and it's basically saying that the Joker, the whole movie, most of the movie, it's all in his head. Everything's being imagined because obviously we see that he has mental illnesses and stuff like that, and I think they speculated that schizophrenia, and that with that certain mental illness they have hallucinations, they're delusional.
I mean you're right about that, but if I go to the movies, I want to see the actual thing. I think I'll be mad at the very end if I just see him wake up and it was all in my head. Like I'll be disappointed if that's the way it ends.
Yeah, but okay, so here's the thing. They also mentioned that the fact that the movie, it's going to be different. There's going to be no cutaway scenes, no signal that he's in the delusion. The way they're gonna cut it, he compared it to another movie. I believe it was The King of Comedy, where the main character has a mental illness, and he's playing out scenes in his mind. But the way as an audience, how we see it that it's interconnected. We don't see reality through his delusions. We don't see them apart. We see them together.
What's that movie, Christian, where the guy goes around killing people? Like he meets girls and he kills them. Psycho.
That was the
Psycho, right?
No,
That's the one with a motel.
No,
that was with Christian Bale.
Yeah, Christian Bale. Christian Bale.
God,
Isn't the ending kind of the same thing where he calls his lawyer, "Hey, I just killed a bunch of people and all this," and then his lawyer like, "No, you haven't." Right.
Right.
I mean, I seen the movie Psycho.
American Killer.
American Killer, is it?
Yeah,
American?
I think that one's
Oh no,
it. Yeah,
wasn't it
Psycho's
American
the
Psycho?
old
or
one.
something?
American Psycho.
Yeah, American Psycho.
American Psycho.
I mean, didn't it play out like that at the very end? Something like that.
I believe it did.
I mean, will you be disappointed if that ends up being the ending of the Joker, where he opens his eyes like, oh, nothing is real, and he just gets on the bus,
or maybe some of it is, and he ends up killing people, and he's in a jail cell, or he's in Arkham Asylum for some reason. That would be really interesting. It would be a take on the Joker that no one has done before, and I think, like, it would upset some people, but at the same time, it can still carry on since it's its own thing. It's not attached to anything.
I'll ask for my money back.
No, I think
I don't know. I may have a little problem with that. I may, even like right now talking about it, I'm like, shit, I hope it doesn't go that way.
Yeah, because
I kind of do. I don't know.
I don't want to end that way. I mean,
hope you're wrong, man.
No.
I'm willing him being killed off. I'm willing that happening. You know, I'd rather see that than him opening his eyes like, and where maybe he's with like some lady talking like when he's talking to his therapist, him like start talking to a therapist, and then it plays out a whole entire story. Like, I don't want to see that. I want to see everything be real.
Yeah, me too. Definitely. Yeah, I think that would be a bummer for me. You know,
I don't know. It's because they do show like solid proof of it, because they show how there's like protests and stuff like that going on in like the city, right? Mm-hmm. And the fact that well, that's what the film theorist said, that he basically adapts everything that's going on, the chaos that's going around, and he puts himself in it as a delusion when it has nothing to do with him at all. He's just a failing comedian who's taking care of his mom with a mental illness, and he's putting himself at the center of it. Because if you see in the trailer, like, there's like a riot going on, everybody with those Joker clown masks, right? Like being held back by the SWAT, and he's just walking through the police like nothing. Mm-hmm. So it's a convincing one.
It's pretty good. Yeah. See, even talking about it, it's like, I can't wait to see this movie.
Yeah.
I can't.
Well, you know, let's go to our next main topic.
All right.
Now, did you guys go see Jurassic World and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom?
The last one, you mean?
Both of them before.
Yeah.
You guys went to go see it?
Yeah, I've seen them.
You guys remember seeing the originals?
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum, one of them. He did a little cameo, didn't he?
No, but the original Jurassic Park.
Of course.
The one with,
Of course.
So this came out that all three original actors are gonna be in the next Jurassic World movie.
Okay.
You know, and I want to say I think this is a good idea, because you know the third one is gonna be the closer. They're gonna close
the trilogy.
everything. Yeah, of the end of the Jurassic World trilogy, and I think it's a good idea to bring in the originals, because it's gonna have some sentimental factor to the people who watched the original Jurassic Park. There's a lot of fans out there for Jurassic Park movies.
As growing up as a kid, I would get dinosaur toys because of it. Yeah, it was really.
And Christian, how do you feel about the three original actors coming back, which is Jeff Goldblum, Laura, and Sam Neill? Laura. Sorry, not Laura.
I think it'll be great, but it's like, you know, I don't know. I would have to watch the movie.
I mean,
there's nothing much I can really say, but in this particular topic, I'm on board because, you know, since Jeff Goldblum will be in it, I really love his work. And
so
stuff.
You just want to see him without a shirt, huh?
Maybe.
What was that, like, Doctor or something? Doctor or something.
And stuff, you know?
No, well, they say they're gonna have a big parts in the next movie.
Okay.
They're gonna have big parts in it. It's not just gonna be cameos like what Jeff Goldblum did in the, I think, was it Fallen Kingdom, or was it?
Yeah, it was the newer one.
The one where the dinosaur escaped.
Yeah.
Now, that movie I didn't really like. I didn't like the ending, to be honest. I mean, it just felt like it was a little downside from the first one.
The last one they did, it was pretty cool when all the dinosaurs are fighting each other. And then you have this big
that's a big
shark.
problem I have personally. Like, I feel like, okay, it's nice that the cast is back, right? For like, if you say this is the last like trilogy film they're doing for this series, but I feel like it's not the answer that Jurassic Park needs. Like, I'm not a big of a fan as I was like when I was younger, but I feel like they just need to change it up a little bit. Like, Jurassic Park, it's obviously a really good franchise, but it's repetitive. Like,
and that is true what you're saying. It is repetitive because even from the first one, you see them rebuild an island.
Yeah,
they did that and it didn't work, and now it didn't work again.
Yeah.
But the big issue I had from with the new ones, the Jurassic World, was that they copied the same concept from the first Jurassic World to the second Jurassic World, where they made a DNA killing machine dinosaur. I think the first one was a T-Rex, right?
Yeah.
And then the next one was a Raptosaurus, I think.
Or a Velociraptor.
Velociraptor. And they pretty much just copied the same thing they did from the first one.
That's what I say. Like, bringing the cast back won't solve like the problem. Like, obviously they make a lot of money either way. That's why they're making sequels to them.
Did you see the short film? They released a short film on YouTube called Battle on Big Rock.
No, I haven't.
You haven't seen that?
No, I haven't seen it.
I saw it and I thought it was real good. It has like this family camping out, and it pretty much shows, it's like a short, but pretty much shows what happens when the dinosaurs got released into society.
I think that's what we need.
Yeah,
that's what I would like to see. It's not much of a It'll be cool, like, what happened to all of these birds that flew out of the island? Like, that big shark, does he get away? That would be like super cool. What happens to it, and how does the world handle that problem?
Yeah, that's why I don't want to go fishing, man. That might be out there.
I see what you mean, Chris. It's like you want like to see a different thing rather than the same traditional thing. Right. Like they make like a petting zoo with dinosaurs, a zoo, right? Then people, like the main characters, go to it and they see it and stuff like that. Then they go rogue, they escape, they run away, a bunch of side characters get killed, and then at the very end they just leave the island. They have to abandon it for whatever reason, and then you have the iconic T-Rex roaring.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like, for me at least, it's very repetitive. It's like,
sure,
of course the CGI and the action is like phenomenal, like that's basically why we go to see it, but other than that, I feel like they need to change up the storyline. Wouldn't it be awesome to see like velociraptors like in the city?
Yeah. I mean, like, how would they? Maybe the superheroes can come in and start like fighting them or something.
You're gonna see Iron Man's Junior Spider /
Iron Man comes back to life.
But I feel it's a good idea they're bringing them back, because it has a sentimental part for those people that really enjoyed those movies.
Mm-hmm.
The originals. And like Miguel said, they need to change up the storyline, because even when they got released to the into the society, I think they did that in Jurassic Park too, where the T-Rex is like where the little girl's at,
Yeah.
Is it Jurassic Park 2 or no? Or is it the third one?
I get it. Well, the third one was with the Spinosaurus, where they're looking for like their son or something. So I think it was the second one.
Or is it the first one? Like at the end of the first one, the end of the first one was the island. But in one of them, they
it was the second one,
and some of them escape. The T-Rex is like, walking
with a dog. I love that scene.
Yeah, with the dog, and then he's trying to drink water from the pool. You remember that scene?
Yeah.
I'm blurry on which one it was that, but I feel like they're trying. It's almost playing out the same thing again, a little bit. But hopefully they make it better, because they're bringing some good actors.
When is that scheduled to be out?
I don't know the schedule yet. They just announced that they were gonna be casting them.
As long as they're making money, like with what they're doing, I don't think they're gonna change it. Like, regardless of what anybody says.
True. That's why I'm gonna not see it. I'm gonna wait till it comes out, like on Netflix. All right, Christian, you're the only one. Dizzy. You're the only one that went to the movies last weekend. I remember what
happened?
I had some family things. My daughter's birthday is coming up, so I had to go get some supplies to throw her birthday.
Happy birthday to your little one.
Early birthday's tomorrow. Thank you,
happy
though.
birthday.
But Chris, you went to go see a movie called Ad Astra. Or, sorry, Ad Astra.
Correct.
Now, I told you I didn't want to see this movie in our last podcast because I've heard a lot of mixed reviews and some saying it's real boring.
Talking about it like it's putting me to sleep right now.
Well, did you hear stuff
I've only seen the trailer. I haven't seen the movie.
I've heard that like the talking was like, I gotta go pee, I gotta take a shower.
Look, I like Brad Pitt. Okay?
Wait, before you start, change my mind why I should go see it. Or tell me not to go see it.
Oh, no, I mean, I really wanted to go see it. Obviously, the trailer attracted me. You know, I love the imagination that we have, like, you know, what space is like. I mean, or the people putting all this stuff together, right? I love Brad Pitt. I think he's a great actor. Super cool dude. I mean, I haven't met him, but I think he's a super cool dude and stuff, you know? But I honestly, this is my opinion, and I don't think it's an Oscar. I mean, people are talking that he should get an Oscar for this role, but
well, you know,
I don't know.
People were saying before the movie came out.
Right, but anyways, the movie, really cool. I think how the movie was done, how it was made, it was really cool. But the story, a little bit boring. And it was just kind of like, okay, here we go. I mean, a guy that is, spoiler alert, that is missing his dad, you know, and has some issues. But he's very calm about it. I don't know. I had mixed feelings about it.
That's one of the things I heard. He's very calm talking.
Yeah, because at the same time, it didn't really help the movie theater that I went to. I went into the dining theater, which the chairs are a little bit uncomfortable. Obviously, I wasn't there to eat. I just wanted to see the movie.
I kind of liked it. You know, the food was fine, but I told you the one thing I hated is the one I went was the Fullerton one.
That's where I went.
The service for me, it took way too long just a waiter to come by.
I mean, I'm not even talking.
Are we talking about the service?
I hate that service. Need my money back because the tickets were more expensive to go to that one.
I'm not talking about that. I just wanted to talk about the movie. But
like a $50 tab.
It was okay, but I could have watched it at home.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I could have saved myself, like, you know, maybe, I don't know how much I paid, like $13 or 15.
It wasn't a theater-worthy movie, in your opinion?
No, I don't think it was,
okay.
You know, but I did love there's a little bit of action in it. It was pretty cool. And then that kind of kept me like, oh, shoot.
That's the one thing I want to talk about,
God,
Christian.
it's like, you know, really
I've
cool.
heard, you know, I saw in the trailers that, you know, the moon one where he has the moon rover.
Yes. Oh,
that
was so cool.
I heard that it didn't even fit the movie. I heard it was real good scenes, but it had nothing to do with the overall what the movie was about. It seemed like they just threw it in there because they needed an action scene.
Maybe.
Did you feel the same way?
It's yeah. When afterwards, I was thinking, okay, what was that all about? You know, but then, I mean, that scene was actually really cool. What was really tense is, like, you know, afterwards when he's out there on alone in space, and what do you do? How do you fix this? How do you solve these things? You know. That kind of gets you thinking, like, you know, okay, how the hell am I going to pull this off to get back to Earth?
So,
because we're talking, you know, I mean, we're just not talking like, hey, I need to get to LA from Orange County.
Yeah. So there's more suspense to it, I guess.
There's suspense.
Yeah,
there's definitely suspense to it, but
now, let's say I come up to you and say, you know what, man, I really want to go see that Ad Astra movie. What will you tell me? Will you tell me go or wait for it?
I would say wait. Wait for it and watch it at home.
Well, from 1 to 10, what will you give it?
Maybe a 6.
A 6? Like a low 6 or like a 6 plus?
A 6. Straight up.
Straight up.
Okay, just to get the scale, what movie would you give a 10 and which one would you give a 1? Just to get the scale of the...
Oh, this is exactly. I
comparison.
know it has to be a biopic movie.
Okay.
Hey, well, I gotta say, cause you like Rocket Man.
Yeah,
right? You saw it.
Yeah, Rocket Man was pretty cool.
You saw what's it called? The one with the Eddie
Bohemian
Mercury.
Rhapsody?
But you like that one too, right?
That was kind of like it was like a 9.
What about the one that came out on Netflix? What was it called? I saw the trailer. It had some comedy in it.
Which one?
The one on Netflix. It was also a biopic.
About what?
A biopic about a singer, and you wanted to see it. It was a while back though.
I don't recall.
You remember that one?
No.
I'll look it up and I'll let you. I'll remind you.
But okay, what would be a 10?
Try to keep it in the same genre, because then it wouldn't be fair, I guess.
Well, I did love that movie with the one that Matt Damon did.
The Mars one.
Yeah.
Martian. It was called Martian, right?
Martian.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. I love that.
Compared to that one, which
Contact
Uh-huh.
with Jodie Foster.
We're getting rated R here.
And that is like, I love that movie, man. I don't think nobody has ever been able to top that. You know.
Lies, because that's not number one in the all-time grossing box office movies.
But it's still, you know.
It's a personal favorite.
It's
personal favorite.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, I think that would be like a 10 for me.
Do
Contact.
do you regret not going to go see Rambo instead of Ad Astra?
You know, I honestly should have gone to see Rambo.
Did you know that what was it called, Downtown Abbey or Downton Abbey, something like that?
Oh yeah, about the Beatles.
No, not the Beatles. It used to be a show on TV, and now they made a movie, and it came out at the same time with Rambo, Ad Astra, and that. And I think it's
like
Downton
a
Abbey.
British, like
yeah,
a British
some British thing, right?
Okay. Right.
That one beat out Ad Astra and Rambo.
Oh damn!
I should have gone.
You should have gone seen that one.
Because that's a musical one, right?
No, it's not musical, man.
No.
You know what? I'm not sure. I never seen the show.
I thought it was like a soap opera, something
I
like
heard
that.
it's real good. And it beat it out, man. It beat out Ad Astra and Rambo. Honestly, I thought Rambo was gonna win. You know, because you go back to all the Rambo movies he did, so I thought that one was gonna win, but it didn't. It ended up being Downton Abbey, something like that. But so should I waste my money and go see this movie?
No.
No.
I'll say save it.
Miguel, what about you? You rather go see that movie, or
I'd rather see Downtown, the Abbey movie. Yeah.
You don't want to go. you don't want to go see maybe Rambo instead of that.
You know, not really. Like I was like growing up, and I was never a big fan of Rambo. Maybe I'll see it when it's like out on whatever, like Netflix or something. If they add it,
real bloody.
Oh really?
Type of movie. But well, guys, this is it for the Dizzy movie reviews. And again, I'm your host, Joe Dizzy. Along with me, I got the one, the greatest, only, the one to bring me my beautiful voice to you people, Chris. Would you like to give any of your social media accounts, Chris?
You guys can follow me under Christian Mejia Photography. Basically, that's one of the things I do. You'll be able to see some of the photographies of the bands that I shoot. And that's pretty much it, you know. But definitely follow us. You know, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join us. And like I said, guys, on the last one, pretty soon we're gonna go ahead and start releasing videos.
All right.
What about you, Miguel? You're a guest. Maybe you might be in the next one. Do you have any social media accounts you want to give up?
I actually don't. I guess you can follow me on Xbox. This is Sky 3 if you're interested. Whatever, we'll play something. Yeah.
There we go. Well, everybody, I would just like you guys to subscribe to my Instagram, which is Dizzy Movie Reviews. That's DIZZY Movie Reviews all together. And also, you could also submit your own topic question that you might want me to, bring out on this show and talk with Chris and whoever else I might have as a guest. And you could send that in to my email at Dizzy Movie Reviews, same as my Instagram, at gmail.com. Also, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, because you leave a comment, I might look at it, I might respond to you, just to make sure we get a little bit active in here, But other than that, this is Joe Dizzy, out.